Strategy is a very, very important and integral part of every business, whether it's preschool or in any other business. Without strategy, making a business successful is very, very difficult. So today we'll be discussing about various techniques, tools, and what are the things we must know to implement a great strategy for the preschools. Now, before that, getting into what is strategy and understanding details of the strategy, we must understand the term strategy. What does that mean? If we look to the dictionary meaning of strategy, strategy is derived from a Greek word called strategos, which meaning is that military term used for the art of the general. When any war happens, the head of the military team, they have to put something in place with one sole objective of winning the war. So basically it is derived from that. But now if we look to the business world and different business, how do they understand strategy as a term, then we'll understand different people have defined it differently. For example, Michael Porter is one of the management guru and Harvard professor. He says strategy is a broad formula on how a business is going to compete. He says no business is unique per se. That means if we enter into any business, it has to compete with the existing entities who are providing similar kind of goods or services or product offerings to its customers. Now, if we come there with our own service offerings, then how we are going to compete with them? The way we have to compete, that is called the strategy as per Michael Porter. Now, some of the strategists, they define competitive strategy is all about being different, being same, being similar for a customer without having any difference in the product and services may not appeal anything. To attract a customer, first and foremost thing is to being different. If you are different in any aspect, then only we can attract the attention of the customer. And that is the strategy as per some academician and strategists who define strategy for various organizations. Then some of the strategists, they define strategy as a deliberate way of choosing different set of activities to deliver a unique mix of value. Now, if we take the example of preschool, in preschool, we provide a value to a child in the age group of 2 years to 6 years to ensure that all the requisite skills are taken care of in that set of value system. Now, if all the schools are providing the similar value by doing different activities, and we are also in the race, we are also in the same business of providing the value, how we are making our activities different than others to arrive similar outcome or sometimes better outcome. If we'll be able to do that, then we'll be able to manage our competitive strategies quite well. So in a nutshell, these are the very, very simple way to understand strategy. Now, if that is the strategy by definition, and we understand we have to be different, then what we need to do for the preschools? It could be a unique curriculum because the central nervous line of preschools are the curriculum. So if we want to be different, is it the unique curriculum we have which makes us different than others? Or is it the unique operation that we have in our preschool to make ourselves different than others? Or is it the unique pedagogy? Pedagogy is how we deliver all these things to a child in terms of getting all the skills and minimum requirement of that skill building in the preschool. That is called pedagogy. Pedagogy could be play-based pedagogy, pedagogy may be activity-based pedagogy, pedagogy may be a kind of participatory pedagogy. So lot of different ways are there which can be adapted to build skills among children. So is it the unique pedagogy we are following to make our school different? Or is it the unique infrastructure that makes our preschool different? So these are the few things I'm just giving as an example to make one preschool organization completely different than others. Why different? As we have understood, strategy base meaning is that to be different than others so that you can attract attention of your customers. We have to be unique to create the same value or better value. Now, when we have to be unique in terms of our different activities that we follow in our preschool, then we need a very, very well crafted vision and mission and a nicely designed plan to have all these things. Because unique pedagogy, unique infrastructure, unique operation, unique curriculum, anything we want to bring as a unique one to our preschool organization without mission vision, without plan, it's not going to happen. So it's a proactive attempt of the preschool owners or preschool administrator to make this happen. So this is very, very important thing to remember that we have to be unique. Now, when we talk about vision and mission, we say that if we have to be unique, we should have a very good vision and mission. Then why a vision and mission is important in the strategy building process? Now, if we have a vision means we can see to a distant level what's going to happen after 5 years, what's going to happen after 10 years. That is the part of vision. Vision is not that what is going to happen today, what's going to happen tomorrow. We do not use the term vision to look around very short period of time in terms of the business outcome. We need to look at a longer term so that that will be our driving force to take us to that level. If vision is built for 1 year, then we indirectly say that our business is built only for a time period of 1 year. If we have a vision for 10 years down to the line, 20 years down to the line, then indirectly we say, I am in the business, I am in the value creating system for at least 20, 30 years time. So this 20, 30 years time will be an easy journey for us without any distraction. That's what vision means. That's what the power of vision. Now, another thing you can say, we always say, Jesi Drishti, Vesi Srishti, meaning the way we visualize things, the way we create things. Without having a great vision, we cannot create those things. First, we have to visualize them, then only we can able to create. Imagine if you have a very, very small vision, you cannot create a big outcome, whatever it may be, whether preschool or anything else. Without bigger vision, we cannot create that bigger outcome or bigger reality. Then Vision also says that if we change the way we look at things, the things you look at will automatically change. So that's what vision can empower to the preschool owners or any business owners to create that uniqueness in their business, and they can provide one additional thing to their customers who will be taking the value from their business operation. So that's why vision is very, very critical for your preschool and any other business you are in, which is related to early child development. Now, my question to all of you is that do you have a vision? If not, immediately take out your pen and notebook, write that why you exist in the preschool business and what you are going to achieve in 20, 30 years down to the line. Because the moment you write that, your mind, your uh, energy, everything will be focusing towards that. And once that will be done, then we are at the very first step of our strategy creation. Now, if this is done, if you have a vision in place and you know exactly in long run what you are going to do, then we have to understand the strategy processes. Because simply creating a vision statement, simply making a document of your vision and mission will not bring the real outcome to the existence. We have to follow a process. We have to make sure that we get these things done for all the business, all the things we do. Now let's go ahead. As I said, you by this time you must be having a vision and mission statement. I have already explained what vision is all about. Then once vision is set, that leads to the goals. Because I know at 20 years down to the line, I'll be achieving this. But before that, first year to 20 years, I should have some goals to achieve. If these goals will not be achieved, then whole vision and mission will be very, very difficult to achieve. So if we segregate into small pieces of our vision and mission, then that will be called as goals. Goals can be kept for yearly goals, or goals can be kept for 2 3 years goals, or even goals can be kept quarterly goals or 6 month goals. So goals are essentially are the subset of your vision and mission, and it says if you achieve all the goals one by one, then you will be able to reach to your vision. Then once goals are set, you are very, very clear about the goals, then goals are the basis of your strategy creation. You must be having, say, let's goals is that if you have kept, I should have 50 children getting admission in my school this year, that becomes a goal. Now, goal is coming from that you have a vision that by, let's say, uh, 2050, I should build the skill for 1 million children. Now, 1 million will be your vision in 30 years down to the line. To reach to that 1 million children to be skilled by your services, you have to do that goals step by step. And for that, you have kept a goal of 50 children in the year one. If you achieve the 50 children, you will be able to go to the next goal like this. Now, once this 50 has been defined by you, you are very, very clear this year I have to do this 50. If I do not do this 50 admission in my school, my vision of skilling of 1 million children will not be possible. Now, to achieve this 50 admission, you have to create a strategy. Strategy is that how you are going to achieve this 50 children, which is fairly easy for you. But It will be easy provided your strategy creation is very, very structured. Now, under this strategy creation, then once you design what you are going to do, then you have to have the implementation tactics or implementation plans. Once you have written, you will be doing this, and each one will be taking care of few admissions. So if I'll do all these things I have just planning to do, then my 50 admission will be confirmed. Then after that, you will be taking care of the implementation tactics. Now, once you implement those tactics, or actually you have started working on those things at the ground level, that will lead to your performance measurement. Performance measurement, you have kept a goal, for example, 50 children admission into your school this year. You have created a strategy, you have implemented that. Now, after that year's admission cycle is over, you are checking to yourself how many admission I have done this year against the goal of 50. Now, that is called your performance. Now, it could be 60, it could be 40, it could be 30, any number. Now, if it is falling short of 50, that means you are underperforming or your strategies are not good enough. If you have performed more than 50, that means you are performing, or you have performed very, very nicely. Now, these are the processes, these are the steps at which we use our strategy. Now, once this performance comes, then performance is dependent on something. So that is very, very important for all the entrepreneurs, all the preschool owners or preschool administrators. It's very, very important to put a note here. When we fall short of performance against our goal or outcome against our target, it is affected by two factors. It's very, very important. If we can able to manage this, definitely we can be a very, very good strategist. Now, one is our internal environment. Internal environment meaning, as an organization, if you are running a preschool, you have internal environment, meaning all the things that's happening within your preschool. It could be teacher, it could be the infrastructure, it could be the way you lesson plan are done. So all these things are part of the internal environment. On the other side, you have got the external environment. External environment is the thing which is outside of your organization, where you do not have any control. It could be the competition from outside, that is the external environment. It could be the government's rules and regulations. It could be the registration with the department. So these are the external environment which also impact to your goals. Now, based on that, your internal environment and external environment will be impacted and also impacts your goals. Now, in this, you have the strategic creation is getting altered and modified from time to time based on the understanding of your internal environment and external environment. Therefore, for the business owners, for the administrators, it's very, very critical and very, very important to understand what are the internal environment and what are the external environment. If you have got a good hold of both these things, definitely I can give you guarantee your business is going to succeed. There is no point of failure into your business. Now, once we talk about our internal environment, that means anything which is under our control. It has got two components. One is your strength, by using which you can attract the customer, and second one is your weakness. There are certain weakness which may be detrimental to the business or to your preschool. Then you have to work on this strength and weakness. Similarly, if you look to the external environment, again two factor. One is opportunity, Opportunity is that how much opportunity you get from outside for your organization. It could be in a place where lot of housing societies are there and good preschools are very, very limited. So this provides you an opportunity. Now government is giving some let's say subsidy for anybody to join any private or government preschools. Now that could be one opportunity. So anything which is not under control but it is given to boost your company, to boost your organization, they are opportunities. Against opportunities, you also have one more component which is called as threats. Threats are the challenges that your organization or preschool will be facing while running the operation of preschool. It could be competition. You have, let's say, 10, 12 schools around your surrounding. That's a big threat because you do not get the required number of admissions for you against the goal you have kept. Threats could be the government regulations. Government may tomorrow come say that all the preschools must be registered under Ministry of Education. If this comes as a regulation, that could be a threat because we do not have the bandwidth, all of us, to go and get it registered under government organization. So these are the four things which will be very, very critical for our business and for our strategy to excel. Now, with this understanding, we'll move further and we'll be understanding this four factor analysis little bit so that you can get little bit better information, little bit better hold of things so that you can apply it in the ground level. We call it SWOT analysis or sometimes we call it SWOT analysis. So only T and C are different because threat sometimes sounds as a very, very harsh word. So instead of threat, we may use challenge, which may be manageable under any business circumstances. Let's understand what this SWOT analysis is all about. Now, first S is, as I said, it's strength. As I said, two things, S and W, strength and weakness, are the internal factors where the business owners or the administrators, they have very, very strong hand to manage them. They can modify them, they can alter them. That's where in SOC analysis, strength is very, very important for the administrators to take a note. Strength are the characteristics of the preschools that give an added advantage over the competitors who are there nearby. So the strength must be unique. Again, if you recall, we started the unique things in your preschool. It could be unique. It could be the true source of competitive advantage. Then when parents listen to this, they see, oh, my child will get benefited here. So that will be a competitive advantage of your school as compared to others. Then strength is something which we must retain or make use of it. Strengths are built in organizations to use it for the benefit of your customers, the benefit of the children. Now, in this situation, I'll ask you one thing. Do you have a list of strength ready for you? Are you aware about your strengths of your preschool? If not, then we do not have a very, very good strategy in place. First thing is that we must have a list so that when we have a list, we should able to communicate that quite well to our customers. Because strategy is all about communicating how you are better than others, how you are unique. So one is communication, and communication will be possible if we have a better knowledge about our strength. So if you do not have a list of strengths of your preschools, I request you to make a list. What are the things where your parents will be feel proud, will be feel privileged that they are part of your school. it is very, very important to make yourself as a good preschool among others in your area. Then second component of SWOT analysis is your weakness. It's not like that all of us are having strengths, but we also do have our weaknesses, which may be creating some problem for our preschools to excel. So characteristics of our preschool, which will put our school in a disadvantaged position related to others. Again, it could be unique. It could be true source of competitive disadvantage. When we talk about competitive disadvantage, then as compared to other schools, parents may not select my school if those weaknesses are there. Then if it is not addressed well, then it may create further problem for the preschool to grow. So this is weakness. If I give you some examples, if you are not very clearly defined your curriculum, if you have not defined your syllabus very, very structurally, which can be understood by the parents, it could be a weakness. If all of your teachers are not trained and a formal certificate of early child development or nursery teachers training, it could be a weakness. If you do not have enough infrastructure, it could be a weakness. Now, why I am saying all these things? Because by using your own strength, you can manage those weaknesses. Managing weakness is very, very feasible for each and every preschools because it's an internal factor. You can, any point of time, you can improve them. For example, if your teachers are not well trained in managing skill development among children, you as an administrator or you as a preschool owner, you can very much send them to a very, very well structured teachers training program. While you do this, you are making sure that your weakness is being converted to strengths. Now, after this training, you can consider that as a part of your strength. Now, these things can be communicated to the parents. So that's where the weakness and strength go hand in hand. We have to understand our strength, we have to understand our weakness, and always we have to try to convert our weakness into our strengths. So this is as simple as it is as a part of our strategy building activities. Now, once we understood the internal factors, that is strength and weakness, we'll understand the similar lines, the external factors, which are O and T. They are opportunity. Opportunity is anything externally that happens which can provide a lot of benefits to our preschool. It could be, for example, I'll just tell you, there is a very uh, close proximity school very near to your school, and for any reason that school got closed. Now, what will happen? All the parents in that school will be looking to your school to shift their children to your school. So that becomes one opportunity for you. It's nothing that you can do to do that, but because of something else, you are getting that opportunity. We must be keeping one eye open to see what are the things happening around which provide a lot of opportunities to our preschool. Then, against this opportunity, we have threats or challenges. The way opportunities are given to our organization or preschool, in the similar way, there could be some threats and challenges occurring to our organization. So we must, keep our eyes open. We have to keep our ears open just to understand what are the challenges, what are the threats that would hamper our preschool operation. So if we understand and make a note of these four things, strength, weakness, opportunities, and challenges, then we are almost 50% equipped to manage our business processes or business operations in a very, very strategic manner. These are the very basic thing. Without this, we cannot have our strategies inbuilt into our school. So once you have understood those things, let's understand there is something which is called opportunity matrix. Opportunity matrix, first one is that when opportunities are available outside, then it could bring different level of probability of success. Let's say there is opportunity that one school will be closed down, which is nearby to your school. So what is the probability that school will getting closed? So that opportunity may be measured in that sense. If probability is very high, chances of closing down is very high, your opportunity is also very high, and vice versa. So similarly, then each and every opportunities may also bring different levels of attractiveness. If one opportunity is very attractive or less attractive, for example, the same example we will take, a school nearby may be closed in next couple of months. Now imagine the school is having total strength of 100 plus children. Now the attractiveness is very high because out of 100 you may get 80-90 admissions straight away into your school. So in that case the attractiveness is very high. But imagine that school is having, let's say, 7 or 8 admissions. So the attractiveness is almost negligible. There is no attractiveness of that opportunity may happen or doesn't happen. Attractiveness is very, very low because out of 7, you may get 6, 4, 5 admissions. Getting 4, 5 admission may not be very attractive opportunity for your school. So if we understand this probability of success of any opportunity and level of attractiveness to that opportunity, we can measure this success probability and attractiveness into our strategy. Now imagine if attractiveness is very high and probability success is also very high, then this provides a very, very unique thing to your business, and you can just grow your business multiple times without doing much activities internally. And because of that, this administrator or the business owners must be looking around where are the opportunities. The true and successful business owners are those who always have an understanding about outside world, the outside opportunities, the outside policies, what's happening. Anything you can add into that which can, bring a lot of uh, opportunities for your school. Then if we have probability of success is very low, but attractiveness is very high. So in that case, you as an administrator, you can also work on those things, how to improve the success of probability for that opportunity, how can grab that opportunity so that you can bring that opportunity to your school or to your organization to make it better. Similarly, if the success of probability is very high and the attractiveness is very low, as I said in the example, the school will be closing down, you are 100% sure the school is going to close down, but you are going to get only 5 admissions because that school has only 5 admissions. In that case, you may be try to improve the scope of uh, attractiveness, or that may not, you may ignore that opportunity also because attractiveness is not very high. But as an administrator, you must be having those things as a part of your strategy building plans. And if probability of success is very, very low and attractiveness is also very low, then this opportunity is almost next to negligible, or this opportunity we may categorize as the opportunity does not exist. So in that case, you can always look to the opportunities because opportunities can bring our uh, business very close to high rate of success. Then similarly, we have to think the threat and challenge matrix because these two things are externally managed. That's why keeping an eye on this opportunity and threat matrix is very, very important. Similarly, the challenges may be different probability of occurrence, because if challenge could happen, whether it will happen or not happen, that could be some probability. And similarly, challenges may also provide different level of seriousness. Some challenges are very, very serious. Some challenges may be less serious. If we keep these two things in mind and measure this probability of occurrence of the challenge in one axis and seriousness of the challenge in another axis, if these two things are very high, your probability of occurrence for that particular challenge is very high, as well as the seriousness is also high, then it is very, very critical and severe for the business. Now, as an administrator or as a business owner, you have to really work well in advance to mitigate that so that it will not bring any adverse repercussion for your business operations. If the probability of occurrence is low, however, the seriousness is very, very high, we need to be closely monitoring them and avoid it from becoming critical. If the probability of occurrence is very high, but the seriousness is very, very low, we can manage that as a part of management. We can manage them and we can also keep an eye and monitor them in a regular basis. Finally, if your probability of occurrence of that challenge is very low and the seriousness of that challenge is also low, it is considered that this may not be a kind of big challenge for your business or for your preschool. So sometimes as an administrator, you may ignore, but keep your preparedness plans ready so that you can take necessary action on them if it happens. So these two things, threat matrix as well as opportunity matrix, are very, very important as a part of the strategy building processes. Now, if we take the opportunity and threat matrix to any business, that defines how your business and which sector you are doing good or bad. Challenges may pose different level of seriousness, as we know that. Opportunity brings different level of success. Now, if we put how much opportunity you get as a business community or how much of challenges and threats you face as that part of that business group. Now, if you have a high level of opportunity and high level of challenges, that could be a speculative business. Preschools in India, opportunities are very, very high. Okay. But threats may not be that high because everybody wants their children to grow, have a better skill. So it is definitely not a speculative business. Okay. But any business, if both are high, then that's a speculative business and very, very risky business. Now, if your threats and challenges are low, but opportunities are more, then it's an ideal business. So I personally feel preschool business in India is an ideal business because we do not have too much of threats and challenges, but opportunities are very, very high. So what are the opportunities? What are the threats of preschools? We can discuss in another session. But as of now, I can foresee in India, lots of opportunities are there and very, very less challenges are there. So we can categorize preschool business as an ideal business system in Indian environment. If you have lots of challenges, but opportunities are less, then it's a troubled business. Fortunately, in preschool segment, we are not part of this category of troubled business. And you have the challenges are less, opportunities are less. A lot of people have come, they have worked on these challenges. So that business doesn't pose you many challenges. Similarly, a lot of opportunities has already been taken up. Opportunities are not there. It's only there as a part of very, very marginal opportunities you get, but lots of players. So it's a kind of mature business. Again, preschools in India are yet to be mature business from all aspects. When you talk of training, it's very, very immature. It provides lots of opportunities. If you talk about the proportion of children getting admission into preschools, they are very, very low. That's why it provides a lot of opportunities. Then challenges, it's hardly pose you any challenge. So out of these four possible things for preschools in India, mostly preschools can be categorized under ideal business. If it is under ideal business, you have huge amount of opportunities. Once you have huge amount of opportunities, then creating a strategy to gain out of these opportunities becomes very, very strong. In preschools, if you build your strategies correctly, then there is no point why you as a preschool administrator or preschool owner, you cannot get that success in near future. That's a matter of thing we have to organize and we have to look it at. So sometimes I just always say that as a business owner, you should look to the strategies, you should look to the opportunities that you can bring to your business. Operation is the internal part. You have to give 20% of your efforts and time towards the operation or internal things, and 80% to the opportunities and challenges and other things as a part of strategy to grow your business. So if you do not have an administrator or you are not playing the role of an administrator, pull up your socks, get ready to be that very, very strong and effective administrator so that lot of you can bring lot of success to your companies simply by following the principles and various techniques strategy. Thank you for your present hearing, and we'll be meeting in one of our next session discussing more about administrative controls and other aspects of managing a preschool. Thank you so much.